Interview and training with one of the most muscle women in the history of the planet. Watch the video till the end. The sponsor of this video is 8H Nutrition. I've always told that to gain mass it's better using natural products. Sport nutrition is not an alternative to real food, it's just an addition. So I advise you to use 8H Nutrition. Hello friends, here is my guest for today, Natalia Kuznetsova. She's known before as Natalia Trukina. She is the champion in bodybuilding and one of the most muscle women in the history of the planet. And of course someone react negatively to this, but someone react very positive. So we now talk about it. Hello Iuriy, thank you for invitation. I'm very glad to be the guest in your video. Watch the video till the end. I'll ask Natasha provocative questions, a lot of questions, and it's very interesting what you answer to them. Natalia, I've always trained in a very hard way, not using just any steady dynamical, supersets, drop sets. I've always worked with a large weight, and I know that you had been working with lightweight, with a very large weight. So tell me please, what are your strengths indications, for instance, in such exercises as barbell press or rows? So nowadays I'm not doing the classical dumbbell press, barbell press, and I do it using Smith machine incline press. And now I work with 150 kilos for 10 repetitions. So, and what about dumbbell press? Well, I used to do dumbbell press when I was 18 or 19. I used dumbbells of 50 kilos for 8 repetitions, but now not. So all this incredible in 18 years. So you're like Mariana Naumova, but with barbell and dumbbells. Well, and what about barbell curls on biceps? Well, I use he's a grip on barbell curls, but I'm not working with cheating now. But when I was young, yes, I worked with cheating, and my strength indications were, well, I used barbell of 80 kilos for 8 repetitions, of course with cheating, but now it's about 50-60 kilos without cheating. Okay, so you will show us what is cheating and what is a correct technique, but you know that someone think that correct technique is just you slowly make your curls and then you just hold it for about 30 minutes, yes. Well, of course it's not like that. Well, tell me please, and what about dumbbell raises? What weight do you use? Well, I use 30 kilo dumbbells. Then I use in drop set, I use 20 kilo dumbbells, and last set is 50 kilo dumbbells. So, and what about barbell rows? What weight do you use? Well, I use about 120 kilos for 10 repetitions. Then I drop it to 90 kilos for 10 repetitions, and again for 10 repetitions with 60 kilos. And why do you use drop set? Well, when I work with a very large weight, and after it I drop it, so I feel more pump to my muscles, I think. So as I understand correctly, when you want to gain mass, you should use large weights, and when the mass is gained, you should use not so large weight, because you can injure your muscles, injure your joints. So for professional athletes, correct technique is okay. For the beginners, again, correct technique is okay. And for middle ones, well, large weights and cheating, yes? Well, maybe. How much do they pay for guest posing? Can they pay for about $100,000? Well, of course, no $100,000, but such quite a good sum of money, maybe in future. Well, this is professional secret, yes? Yes. What is the secret of your mass? What is the secret of your mass? So, is that because of your genetics, like Ronnie Coleman or something like that, or it's the result of hard trainings, special systems? So, I was a 14-year-old. So, and in what age you gained mass? Well, it was not so very fast, day by day, but when I was 18, my weight was about 90 kilos. But of course, in a different conditioning, different quality, not like that, not like today. Well, many people dream to weigh 90 kilos in 18 years, but they can't. And of course, everyone says that all this because of pharmacology, steroids. So, and tell me please, what is the percentage of people using steroids that really gain very serious mass and have very serious results? results. Well, of course, many people take these steroids, but without no visible effects. And their dosages are very high, more than Ronnie Coleman, for instance. And does the system of training need it? Yes, of course, it's needed. Not only your just experience, not only your genetics, but the systems of training. Just three pillars: nutrition, trainings, and dieting and genetics. Do you have any idol in bodybuilding? So maybe Arnold or something else, someone else? Well, I don't have any idol, but I like several sportsmen who has a very interesting posing routine program. They speak very interesting. For instance, Kai Green. His shape is incredible and his posing routine program is just wow. Or for instance, Lee Priest, who is always in good shape. He talks about very interesting things and with a great sense of humor. And among women, Kim Chizevsky, for instance. Yes, Kim Chizevsky is an unforgettable person in bodybuilding. Maybe you can stand with her in one stage. Well, of course now not, but in future, well, I don't know my conditioning, I don't know my results in future. Maybe. You know, about men's physique, many people think that bodybuilders, for instance, think that men physique, all the men physiques are gay. And what about women bodybuilders? Do they think that fitness bikini is some kind of sluts or something else? Do they have any disparagement to such girls? Well, no disparagement at all. Well, everyone trains and looks like he wants to be, and just he chooses the category that is more suitable for him. Well, and it's a pity that women bodybuilding was excluded. And do you consider man's physique or fitness man just like fart knockers? Well, as for me, it's very hard to gain mass. So my maximum category is classical bodybuilding. Well, my attitude towards such people, it's good. I have some friends among them. Such categories are for those who cannot gain serious mass and who don't want to be so big, just want to be more aesthetical. So tell me please, honestly, can you like a simple person, not muscle? Well, of course I used to be with simple boys before I met my husband. But more important for me is just character. So, and imagine a small boy with a height no more than 150 centimeters and with weight no more than 50 kilos just coming to you and tell you, so Natalia, please be my wife, I want to be all my life with you.
Отдать свое сердце и свое огромное, ну как по сравнению с ним, накачанное тело, его руки.
So, can you live your life with such a man, such a boy? Well, I've never met a boy of 50 kilos, but there were boys of 80 kilos. Well, of course, character is important, but if you have to carry such a guy on your hands from the altar, so you don't want to kill him. So if he has a good soul, that is all right. Yes, that's okay. So, and can you show us your ideal of a man? So I'm just walk from the frame, because three of us in such frame, it's not sufficient, I would say. Can I ask you please, 130 kilos is Vlad. So, good evening friends, I'm not 130 kilos, but maybe 120-25 kilos. You know, as for sport nutrition, many people can think that sport nutrition is for business, and it's better to use natural products to gain your mass. So, rice, vegetables, chicken. So, can you name the most important sport nutrition items? Well, I use whey protein, not gainer, I use BCAA, I use creatine, I use arginine. Well, now there is an opinion, so if you take for about 50 grams of BCAA per day, that will be okay for your muscles. But many people think that it's a very high dosage. So what is your attitude towards this opinion? Well, as for me, I use about 30 grams of BCAA per day.
Чтобы и не
So
туда,
just
и
in
не
the
сюда,
middle.
чтобы точно, да?
So as for
Средний, да?
anabolic
Среднее
steroids, so
количество БЦА, я понял.
in one video you
По
told that
поводу
you used
анаболических
to have
стероидов,
these
ты уже во
drugs,
многих видео не
and I
скрывала,
have a
что
question to
были такие
you.
периоды, что
How
употреблял, да? Сейчас
bodybuilding
вопрос,
affects
как вот занятия
the
бодибилдингом
health
влияют на
of
женское
women?
здоровье? Там месячные циклы,
So
беременность, все
monthlies,
вот это, как это
pregnancy. Well, of course, you take hormone medicine, it affects in negative way to your health. But all this individual for everyone. And it depends on the dosages that you use. But very often you can injure your health just only because of your diet. Low carb diet, for instance, and because of the trainings that you use. Overtraining, and it's very important to have your personal trainer. So I have such personal trainer, Stas Trusberg, that helps me. He helps me greatly. And is it possible after taking steroids just to have children, just to have good pregnancy, or it's not impossible? Well, of course it's impossible. If you use correct cycles and if you rest between cycles, all will be okay, I think. And such steroid cycles shouldn't be so long. So if you take steroids for years, you can really have serious problems. Yes, it is. Okay, so now let's see some techniques. So long ago, Arnold Schwarzenegger made barbell rows like that. He leaned greatly, and with high amplitude, he made these barbell rows. But when after Dorian Yates came, so he just introduced his barbell rows with very high weight and not leaning so like Arnold Schwarzenegger did. So you can use weight in such exercises, 200 kilos, and you can see many people just even taking 300 kilos in this exercise. So can you show us, please, what types of techniques do you use in your just competitional career?
Качество хорошее.
So you see the technique. The technique is very correct, very good. And your arms, you should put your arms straight on the level of your shoulders. Just a middle lean to your knees. And you can fix the barbell in the upper position. So, Natasha, please tell me, why do you use this pause in the end of the exercise? Why do you fix it? Well, that's an element of pumping. That's an element of just pre-competitional preparation. For gaining mass, this pause is not so important. So this exercise, your best result is 120, 130 kilos, yes? Yes, it is. Now we'll talk about chain barbell rows for your deltoids. And it's very similar to dumbbell raises. So I can show you my techniques. So I put the barbell like that. And I use a large weight in this exercise, and I help with my back to lift this weight and do it like that. And show us, please, without weight, only with this barbell, what variants of rows do you do? So this exercise I prefer to do with the correct technique, and with cheating I usually do dumbbell raises.
Ну, обычно делать упражнения достаточно чисто, потому что более силовым, наверное, любит на массе все-таки.
And I row it till the level of my chest. That is more comfortable to me.
Тут дотягивает выше, конечно.
Получается, знаешь, что интересно? Что мы оба как бы делаем...
So you see, we both do this exercise not in full amplitude. I will explain you why we do like that.
Такое выражение
So we do it not in full amplitude, because when we do in full amplitude, then we use our trapeze muscles.
Правильно?
Да, да, тоже сделаю.
То есть, хорошо.
So now we'll talk about my favorite exercise, double raises. So Natasha, I think we won't take very large weight.
Там с читингом или там чисто 15.
Just we take a lightweight only for that you can show the techniques of doing this exercise. Yes.
Супер дельты.
Okay, so please tell us,
Как
show
ты
us the
делаешь,
technique.
какие варианты махов ты выполняешь?
Ну, обычно делаю. Вот
So I usually do it like that, you see. And what about putting your elbows in one line with your fists?
Надо, чтобы локоть был на одной высоте с кулаком или чуть ниже.
Well, no, that is not comfortable for me. I do this exercise as I feel it more comfortable.
Хорошо, а если вес побольше взять?
So, and take please large weight. And I think no one will risk pulling pigtail to this girl.
Никто не дергает в зале, когда надо заниматься.
Open your eyes. Look around you. It's a beautiful life. Paint the sky your favorite color. Your favorite color. Paint the sky. Paint the sky. Paint the sky. Paint the sky. Don't waste time. Open your mind. Have no regrets.
Было очень
So
приятно,
thank
что
you.
ты
That was
пришла,
very
всё это
interesting for you to come
рассказала,
to us
показала.
and to show
Надеюсь, вы
your things,
развеяли
your techniques,
некоторые
to tell us your
стереотипы. А даже
story.
если не
I think
развеяли,
we
то,
brought
по
a
крайней
lot of
мере, доставили
excitement to
массу
our
удовольствия
watchers. So goodbye,
зрителям.
friends.
Пока,
Goodbye.
друзья.
пока.
Привет, друзья.
Hello, friends.
вами мой Instagram,
Here you see my Instagram,
Super
Super Biceps.
Вы
So
скажете,
why
зачем нам
should
нужен,
you
в общем-то,
assign to my
Инстаграм,
Instagram?
зачем на него подписываться, но здесь, как видите, есть
Here you can see the videos and
фото,
photos
которых вы
from my
просто
life
никогда не увидите.
that
Более того,
can
здесь
be seen
представлены
anywhere
события
in the
из жизни
internet.
и материалы,
There is no
которых
such
нет на
videos. There are no
YouTube.
such videos in
Или
my
они
YouTube
освещают
channel.
какую-то
Here you can
информацию.
find a good motivation for you,
Здесь есть
photos,
мотивация очень
many
хорошая для
interesting
вас, фото, очень много
comments
интересных
under each
комментариев под
photo.
каждым фото. Я
There are
общаюсь с
negative
людьми,
and positive
есть
comments, of course.
негативные, есть позитивные отзывы. Это я пошел
Here you see when I came to Burger King and told to all this food no.
вытащил из них куриные грудки. А это мотивация
So
для
this is a
девушек.
motivation for girls, how they will look like, and Arabs use this photo. Here's my new client Daria. You see how big delts she has. She's a very good girl. Soon you will see the videos with her. And you spend less time on Instagram, only for about 15 seconds for one video.
А так бы вы этого даже не узнали, если бы не подписались на мой Инстаграм. Хорошее такое видео. И тут меньше времени вы тратите в Инстаграме, всего лишь 15 секунд. Что еще здесь хорошего есть? Еще есть
The video with Krustalov is very interesting in Urgan show.
Пошло развитие Инстаграма, хотя, в принципе, у меня времени на его развитие нет. Вот видео с моей супругой.
Here you can find the videos with my wife. You see, she's doing exercise for her glutes.
Упражнение очень эффективно для верха ягодиц, то есть делает попу более круглой в верхней части. Это фотография.
The pictures from the Cup of Ukraine, where I became the master of sports in bodybuilding.
Это тоже видео
So this is a very controversial video when I use 60 kilos dumbbells for biceps curls. So, and if you do the weight 60 kilos, you can do it in correct technique, in good technique, the weight of 40 kilos, definitely. Photos in the speed, it used a very high training to me.
И так далее. Фото в шпагате, которое мне дорогого стоило, пришлось долго готовиться. Фото с господином Цыпленковым,
Photo with
который
Mr.
делает на вес
Siplenkov,
160 килограмм.
who lifts for biceps
видите,
the weight
много
of
интересных
160 kilos.
Вот фотография с Сашей.
You see very many interesting
сыном
materials.
это я.
The pictures of my
5 лет и
son
Саша в 5 лет.
are in
случайно
comparison me in 5 years and my son in 5 years. You see how we look like.
Там самым крутым тренером.
Very familiar.
Набрал 20 килограмм.
And Kirill from Magnitogorsk, that became a very cool trainer there,
Фирменные штанишки. Мы пошли
gained 20 kilos of clean mass. This is Julia, my wife. We bought a special costume to her. So you see, she's
Как видите, тренировки.
doing the fitting. You see, the trainings had a good success for my wife. So friends, sign to my Instagram and you will find very interesting information. You see, it is Thailand holidays. We'll be friends, so sign my Instagram channel, my YouTube channel. So goodbye, my friends.